Hey guys, so the leftists are still at it with their anti-ICE protests. These people are absolutely insane. They are burning things, they're flipping over containers, they're obstructing, impeding law enforcement officers from deporting illegal immigrants. So let's get into it.
Deportation! Up with liberation! Down, down with deportation! From Palestine to Mexico!
She knows she's on the camera. Look at her face and everything. It's all a big act.
The border walls have got to go! Down, down with
The border walls have got to go. These people are nuts.
deportation! Up with liberation! Up with liberation! Down with deportation! Down with deportation! No bed! No wall! No wall! Sanctuary for the bed! Sanctuary The people united will never be defeated! No fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA! One struggle! One fight! One struggle! One fight!
Bunch of women.
All unite for immigrant rights!
All unite for immigrant rights!
One struggle! One fight!
One struggle, one fight!
All unite for immigrant rights!
They keep saying immigrant, but they should be saying illegal immigrant. Upside down American flags, absolute disgrace.
¡Pinche vendepatria, culero! What's up?
Spray painted the buildings. I mean, just completely ruining stuff. Look at the ground.
Blancos para que no nos vayan a tumbar el en vivo. Todos apóyenme con los corazoncitos blancos y tap para que no nos vayan a tirar el en vivo. Ya aquí le prendieron
They all write like third graders too.
fuego al contenedor de la basura. Es aquí en el estado de California, en Estados Unidos. No, ahorita está ardiendo el contenedor.
I bet not one of these people would allow one of these illegal immigrants to come and live with them. Bet you they wouldn't. Absolute joke. You guys remember this guy? He was the one that kept obstructing law enforcement and ICE agents and, kept telling Pam Bondi to come and get him and all this. Well, he's out now and the left has turned against him. So he's crying about it now.
Permanent residents, but my wife just showed me a Reddit post talking shit about me, saying I came to Minnesota for clout for profit and that I'm taking away from the local organizations. Are you kidding me? Do you not realize how many local organizations we support every single day? Do you not realize how much I've sacrificed? I have been protesting every single day since October. I've been beat down, arrested, shot right in the face with a OC cannon spray. I've had a knee on my neck. I'm facing 10 years in federal prison for supporting a local organization's protest. And you're telling me I'm taking away from what Minnesota's doing? Every single dime I spend is going back into the community. I share fundraisers for local organizations every single day, but I'm taking away from the community? I'm a Minnesotan now, mother. I love this place. I love this how you resist. I love your community. That's why I stayed here, to show what's happening here, to show the rest of the world, to use my influence, to show people how you know how to resist already, how you're building the framework for the revolution. So anybody that's hating on me for raising over $100,000 while I was in jail because I need a defender, I need a lawyer, you know how expensive a federal attorney is? So you for saying that. I love the people. I do this every single day for the people because I was a history major. I know what happens next, and I'm scared. So if you want to say I'm doing it for influence and profit, for one, I ain't profiting shit, and for two, you.
Man, that guy's spitting everywhere. Disgusting.
So, when is someone going to release the names and addresses of all the ICE agents? When? When is that gonna, somebody do that? Is somebody gonna do that? Journalists, hackers, you guys wanna do something useful? Hello? When are you gonna do that? When are you gonna do that? When are you gonna make like Google Docs and fucking, what is it called? Discord groups and WhatsApp and Twitter, just when are you going to do that thing? Put that information out. When are you going to put all the ICE agents' names and addresses public? When? That's the thing we need right now.
You know.
Look at this. I mean, these people are nuts. Absolutely nuts.
TikTok limits what I can say here. Limits what I can do. What I can plan to do. But I can ask questions. Because questions don't imply that I have any intention to do anything. Like, overthrow the government.
Overthrow the government.
Like, if people were planning a revolution, where would they want to meet with me? To go over details of the things that we would never do. But very, very badly need done. So just let me know if that were a thing. Because I've got the plans. But, questions. Questions are good. We like questions, like, why so serious, TikTok? I'm not planning a revolution.
Say his name. Alex Pretty. Say his name.
Oh my
When
gosh.
this is all over and Trump is gone and Democrats are back in charge and we're rebuilding everything, the punishment for MAGA for voting Trump 3 times needs to be that they lose their internet access for 4 years. That they cannot post videos or comments on social media for
So they want to silence us. That's what they want to do.
4 straight years so that none of us are subjected to their lies and misinformation while we are rebuilding the chaos that they caused. The whole world and America gets to be without their BS online for 4 straight years. Can we all agree to this?
I say we all scare them into a bunker, cut the power, lock them the fuck in. All of them. You know what I'm talking about.
The lesson.
These people constantly say that the right are fascists. I mean, this guy is talking about locking us up in a bunker. I mean, what does that sound like to you?
Is this. They have failed to scare us out of resisting. They don't scare us because, one, we're no longer afraid of guns, and two, we know that underneath those masks they are small, scared, petty little men. There are a lot of similarities between 1930s Germany and today's America, but the key difference that Germans themselves have observed is this. There was never such widespread, unyielding, and organized resistance to the Third Reich.
These people are becoming everything that they are against. They are. They're trying to silence, harass, intimidate anyone that thinks differently than them. There are so many videos of people that are, just have a Trump flag on their truck or an American flag, and they get berated out in the streets just by random people. I mean, you can't even walk around and, wear what you want anymore because you have to be worried about these lunatics coming after you for your political beliefs.
The way that there is in the United States against this regime. If you think we're already on a set course to end up the exact same way Germany has, we've already changed that story. Every time they try to scare us into submission, the only thing they have succeeded in doing is getting us angrier and far more willing to fight. See, the funny thing is, when your country's population spends the better part of 30 years living with the constant fear that they can be shot dead at any moment and their government won't do anything about it,
never felt that a day in my life.
That population stops being afraid of guns. And right now, that's the only thing they have left to threaten us with. And it's not working, it's just pissing us off. They may have followed the authoritarian rulebook, but they forgot one key factor. When you push on Americans, Americans always push back harder because we don't listen to anyone, even when we should. Violence appears where power is threatened. And right now, power is terrified, so it's being as violent as it can and hoping it can scare us. It hasn't learned from the past year that we're not scared anymore. We just have nothing to lose at this point.
They all try to say this, speech. They all try to do that where they all sound so articulate. It's just, they sound so stupid, though. They really do.
They think they are scaring us. But I remember when Saddam Hussein was hanged. I watched that entire video and I felt nothing. I didn't feel joy. I didn't feel relief. I felt nothing. And if they think that what they're doing is filling us with fear, what they don't understand is our psychology.
You got that right, but not in the way she thinks.
They don't understand it. This will end. These motherfuckers, they are going to be paying for this for the rest of their lives. And so will any single person who supported it. Every single person. Because you think that we're nice. You think that we're weak because we're kind. Baby, you have no fucking idea who we are. You really don't.
Let's look around. How many English people do you see right now?
How do you know they're English or not?
Oh, brother, I mean, look at them.
How do you know? What, because they're not white?
Nah, not because they're not white. They just look a bit weird, innit?
What does that mean, though? That's the problem. We have a situation where everyone's going to vote for a party that's far right to say, these people are bad, this is the problem, but it's far more complicated than that. It's a socio-economic problem where...
I just want my country back.
What country, though?
This country.
How old are you? 15? I'm 38.
No, I'm 14.
The country's been the same, my boy, honestly.
I don't know.
It is scary because on TikTok, Insta, YouTube, you get all these like sound bites that are really pushing you to one perspective. You've got your own mind. You can do.
No, this is my own mind. I just don't like immigrants.
But why though? Now more than.
Yeah, they're really telling people to just close their eyes. Don't look around. Don't believe your own eyes. And our own politicians are admitting to letting these people in here to replace us, to fulfill the jobs that we cannot because our birth rate is so low.
Than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
I mean, just admitting it, exactly what they are doing, and these leftists are falling for it. These people want these people over here, these illegal immigrants over here, so that they can fill these jobs and where they pay pennies on the dime because they don't want to pay fair wages to Americans. And these illegal immigrants are also having tons of kids, and these kids will get birthright citizenship. And they sent these people to these left-leaning cities so that they can grow up left-leaning, and they will probably vote Democrat every time. They will be diehard Democratic voters. I mean, this is all a plan. This has all been planned out, thought out very well by these people. But this guy is even saying, hell, let's just give the illegal immigrants that came over right now citizenship as well as their children that get birthright citizenship. I mean, this is so wrong what these people are doing. They are going to ruin our country. It will no longer be America.
waxaan kaloo idinkula dardaarmi lahaa insha Allah haddii aynu Soomaalinahay inaynu maaragtay wax wada qabsano dalkii ka fikirno dalkii wax tarno oo maaragtay
We Somalis living outside of Somalia must always prioritize our country, Somalia.
haddii aynu dalka dibadiisa aynu joogno
and think of developing our country.
ama gudihiisaba aynu mar walba maaragtay aynu ka fikirno sidii aynu dalka horumarintiisa
This must be done especially by those Somalis abroad such as in the US.
uga fikiri lahayn especially dadkeena jooga maaragtay qurba joogta.
This news clip right here came out like 2 or 3 days ago.
A demographic shift is underway in our country. A new study from the Zucker School of Medicine finds that for the first time, minority births now make up the majority nationwide. Researchers analyzed more than 33 million births over the past 8 years. Eyewitness News anchor Sandra Bookman has a story.
White births in the U.S. have fallen below 50% for the first time ever. That's among the findings in a new study published today by professors from the Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell. One of those researchers, Dr. Amos Grunebaum, calls it a historic milestone.
Minority women were now the majority. The majority of birth in the United States for the first time.
The study analyzed CDC data on 33 million births in the U.S., tracking trends by the mother's race and ethnicity. It revealed white births at 49.6%, while other groups taken together, including Hispanic, Black, and Asian, made up 50.4% of all births. The analysis also offered an explanation for the shifting demographics.
Among Hispanic women, they have children usually at an earlier age, and they have more children than white women have. White women usually delay childbirth. It's a known fact.
Yeah, there's so many things at play here that are causing this. Feminism being one of them, abortion being one of them. White women tend to be more middle class than other demographics within the country. So they don't really have that, assistance to fall back on, like Section 8, food stamps, cash assistance, things like that. These immigrants come over here and it's handed to them. They're incentivized to have more kids. They want these people to have more kids. So they're going to keep giving these people as much as they can to make that happen. Whereas white people are kind of like, we can't really afford to have a kid right now. I don't really want to have to fall back on assistance, government assistance. And I don't even know if that is an option to fall back on government assistance, because the majority of the time the white people make too much money when it's really not. They just, that's their cutoff limit. But really, they don't make enough money to be able to raise a family, buy a house, make a car payment, loans, whatever they're doing, and also have a family. These other people, they come over here and it's just pop out a kid and you're good to go. You can, raise your kid and fully be on government assistance the entire time.
And they have less children.
Coupled with well-documented disparities when it comes to maternal health for minority women and children, Dr. Grunebaum says these findings aren't just statistics. He says current efforts to restrict immigration and cut Medicaid hurt the very women keeping American births alive and growing the country.
Yeah, they like to say American births.
If you really want to increase birth, if you want to have more babies, as this government has repeatedly said they want to, then we need to address this issue.
These Muslims are less likely to integrate.
So he's going to talk about the UK and Europe, and then he's going to talk about the US.
They don't do very well in school, but they will claim welfare. They will have lots and lots of babies, which is a drain on the economy of these nations. And what this means is that in the year 2050, okay, in the year 2050, this is what's going to happen. In Sweden, 1/5 of the population will be Muslim. In the UK, 17%. In France, 17%. In Germany, 11%. In Italy, it'll be 12%, okay? So it seems as though there's a population replacement going on. But not only that, but because Muslims are much more likely to have more children than Europeans, the populations that are Muslim will be younger, more energetic. Whereas the Europeans will be much more old, they'll likely be retired. So if this trend continues, then Europe will eventually be taken over by the Muslim minority. Okay? So if trends continue, then it is most likely that Muslims will control Europe in 25 years' time. Okay? Let's look at America. You have a similar situation going on. Sorry. Okay? Look at 2050, what's happening, okay? All right, so the white population is declining, okay? Right now it's a majority, but by 2050, it will no longer be the majority. Asians are increasing by a bit, but not that much, okay? But the real growth is in Hispanics. According to game theory, if you're an immigrant, your best strategy is not to do well in school, make a lot of money. That will get you nowhere. You're just playing by the rules of the game. Your best strategy is to stick together with your ethnic group, have lots of babies, maintain your religion, and over time, your children, your grandchildren will come to dominate the nation. Okay? Does that make sense, guys?
Okay.
Yeah, and then what? And then what happens whenever the nation becomes just like the nation that, you came from or your ancestors came from? This guy's got a pretty good story. He's got the inside scoop.
I made this video 15 times. Every time I made it, it sounds like hate speech, so I'm going to start over and try and be kinder and nicer. Listen, if you don't want to, don't scroll on. All right. I'm speaking to a person, just a man, and he is a part of the religion of peace. Okay. I have a beard, my skin tone, he thinks I'm one of them, so they talk to me. And they came over, hello, we just, got to talking, and we started talking about what's going on in Minneapolis. And in Minneapolis, he was saying it's a good thing. People are sticking up for him and his people. And he talked about the white liberal. And
yep, they're just doing their bidding for them.
We got to talking about taking over this country. Now I'm there and I'm shaking my head. I'm agreeing. Yep, you're right. Of course, yeah. Allah, Bullah, Hezbollah, whatever, And I'm just shaking my head listening to this guy. And he was serious. He was dead serious about how many people are coming over and how many people are taking over this town, that town, and they took over New York City already, he says, which he's right. And he's like, they're going to continue growing. They're going to take over the United States. And he's like, there's nothing that Donald Trump and his people can do about it. I was like, yeah, of course, I agree with you. They can't do nothing to us. Just to egg him on, I want to hear what this man has to say. And they have their movements of people peacefully going to take over this country by putting their people into politics. And I mean, he gave the example of Mamdani and how that happened in New York City.
I know it sounds insane. I think it sounds insane, but just look around. That is what is happening.
And now Mamdani is the mayor of the most powerful city in all the world. Little by little, he says, chip by chip, brick by brick, they're going to take over. And he made it clear that there's nothing that Trump and his people can do about it. Now I know, you're a conservative, you're sitting there. I'm a conservative, laying here. Oh, sitting here. And I'm thinking the same thing. Hell no, I got my AR-15s, ain't nothing going to happen. I got body armor and a helmet, and I got this and I got that, ain't nothing going down. I'm a patriot. God bless. No. They're taking over, and they're doing it, from what he described, from the inside. Okay? And they're doing it peacefully by getting votes and getting in office. And the white liberal, they're not all up here. And they're giving them the help that they need by giving them votes. And when they get that votes, they're bringing in, besides DEI, they're bringing in people based on, what's it called? Refugees, bringing them from the Middle Eastern countries, and they're just planting them here. And once they're here, they're starting to have kids, and they're just growing and growing. And really and truly, that's what's going on. And he's right. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, what are we gonna do? Civil war. Woohoo! I'm just worried about it because the religion of peace is really a religion of hate. And it's so funny, and I made a video about this before talking about how liberals and the religion of peace will never get along. They literally hate each other. They despise each other. But because they both work on the same demonic plane, the same evil plane, they both work with Satan directly, the left wing and the religion of peace, they don't see the issues that they have between each other. For example, left-wing people, they love, that's the coolest thing ever. They love the month of June, they celebrate it with pride. Yeah? And this other group, the religion of peace, will literally take that person who happens to be funny, and toss them off of, like the building. Okay? They'll take it off.
Yeah, same thing with feminism, abortion. I mean, these people believe in forced marriages. These leftists are fighting for everything that they are against. It's insanity. It truly is.
But yet they love each other for some reason right now because they're both evil. That's why. Anyway, I'm just making this video to tell you guys, it's going down and it's happening in front of our face. And there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it. Or is there? Come together, guys. We need to come together. Don't forget to prep and pray. Take care. God bless.
Yeah, so there is the question. What do we do? Because, I mean, have more kids, but women nowadays have been taught to do anything but, they've been taught to be liberated and, not be held down by the patriarchy. Don't get married. Don't have kids. That's oppressive. So it's like, what do we do at this point? I don't know. And these people are absolutely crazy. Just listening to everything that they're saying. I mean, the guy that got fired from his job, what he was saying before that, absolutely nuts. And these people are just out in society, living life. Like I said, you go out and you're wearing something political or anything like that, something religious, you have to worry about these people, slashing your tires, doing something crazy to you. I mean, this is the country that we are living in. And, the right, we're just kind of sitting back watching it all. But I mean, these people are going nuts. They really are. They're going nuts and they're doing crazy things. They fully believe that they're in a war. So, hopefully, I don't know, the administration, law enforcement, something can get these people under control. But with this whole situation, these people coming in and getting into, seats of political power, what do we even do about that? I mean, these left-wing cities, of course, they're going to vote left-wing every time, and they're going to vote Democrat. So obviously, we're not worried about them. But this starts to spread more and more. The population is growing at a massive rate for all of these people, and they're having 5, 6, 7 kids at a time, sometimes more than that. And they're going to keep voting more and more. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.